that shot Jason made in the fourth quarter?
He won the game.
I know.
Earth to Ken. Is there life on your space station?
No. Yeah. Oh, forget it. He's in the ozone.
Hey, guys, look. Which profile do you like better?
Cut it out, guys. I was just checking out my beard.
Beard? What beard? You mean that little bit of fuzz I see over there?
Fur ball.
It's more than fuzz. I'll be shaving soon.
Oh.
Before or after the next game?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That beard, or fuzz, that Ken's so proud of, is just one of the many ways his body's beginning to change. The process of changing from boy to man is called puberty. For some boys, it may begin as early as 11 or as late as 14. But for most boys, puberty begins around 12 and lasts till about 16 or 17.
And what'd I do with that planter? There it is. Lee, would you bring me that planter, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Didn't we get you those jeans just a couple of months ago?
Yeah, before school was out.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, look at them. They're so short. You must have grown a couple of inches since then.
I didn't really notice.
I bet that's your father calling about dinner. Dad, would you finish this for me?
Sure. You know, when I was your age, I would have given anything to have someone say you must have grown a couple of inches.
Well, weren't you tall when you were 12?
Not me. I was the shortest boy in my class, even through high school. Well, I got the graduation picture to prove it. I grew tall enough, though.
Well, it's not that I don't like getting taller or anything. It's just that, I don't know.
What's bothering you?
Well, I may be getting taller, right? But some of the kids in my class are growing beards, and I'm stuck with this stupid baby face.
Wait a minute. You said some of the boys, right?
Right.
Meaning that not everybody grows as fast in every way. You're growing a lot taller. Some of the boys are growing beards. You will too, just as soon as those hormones kick in.
Sure hope so.
You will, you will.
One of the first signs of change is a fast spurt in height. For some of you, maybe 4 to 6 inches in 1 year. Now, these changes are caused by hormones. Hormones are chemical substances produced by glands inside the body. Now, starting this all off is a gland at the base of the brain called the pituitary. It sends out a hormone that tells all the other glands in the body that it's time to begin sending out their hormones. And that's when you start turning from a child to an adult. As Lee's hormones become more active, he'll notice some other changes as well. His face may break out. His body will start producing adult-smelling sweat. He may find he has to shower more often or start using deodorant. Of course, you can't control these changes. You can't speed them up or slow them down. And some of them can show up when you least expect them.
One of Abraham Lincoln's greatest achievements was the Gettysburg Address, beginning with those famous words, 7 years ago.
Okay, guys, don't forget, quiz on Friday. Hey, Nick, great job on the report.
Thanks, but my sounded so weird.
Yeah, I know it can be embarrassing if it happens to you, but it doesn't last long.
Why can't a guy just change to a deep voice without squeaking and cracking all the time?
Yeah, well, you know, it happens that way for some guys, but everybody's different. The reason is your vocal cords and your larynx. You know your Adam's apple?
Yeah.
Well, they're growing and changing into adult size just like the rest of you.
But I'm so embarrassed.
Listen, everybody gets through it, Nick. In fact, I remember when I was your age, I asked out the prettiest girl in school and my voice croaked like a frog. But I survived. In fact, the next year I asked that same girl out to the prom. So don't sweat it.
Well, I guess like you say, it won't take forever.
So, voice, beard, skin, height, and there are other changes as well.
Man, whoever thought I'd see the day my kid brother would be catching up to my lifetime? When did this happen?
Yeah, but I still have a long way to go. I mean, look at me and look at you. I still look so wimpy.
Come on. You must have grown a good 4 inches in the past year.
Yeah, but I'm a beanpole.
You'll get muscle soon, guaranteed.
Yeah, well, it's not only that. I mean, I hardly have any hair, anywhere.
Well, I don't know. What's that on your face? You'll get some. First on your arms and legs, and then on your private parts, and then underneath your arms, and then later, a lot later for some guys, on your chest. Main thing is everyone is different. Some guys have a lot of body hair and some don't. The bottom line is how much body hair you have doesn't have anything to do with how much of a man you are.
Yeah, but I still hate getting dressed around some of the other guys. I mean, a lot of them are laughing and fooling around and showing off.
Ah, the old locker room problem. Try to hide in the corner, hoping no one notices, and you wonder a lot about when you're gonna start changing too.
Yeah, well, a lot of the other guys, they look, you know, pretty built up.
Listen, you gotta give yourself more time, that's all. You'll get there.
It's just that I feel sort of embarrassed.
Just remember, anytime you see a bunch of guys hanging out in the locker room, they're all different. Everyone's body matures at a different rate, and everyone gets to a different place. It's all natural. Listen, I still feel self-conscious when I'm working out next to some guy with big biceps. But, you know, I just think, hey, this is me. It's the way I am. I kind of like it. Come on, I'll race you. Let's go.
The main hormone that'll help Frank change from boy to man is called testosterone. It's manufactured in 2 testicles that are inside a sac of skin called the scrotum. The testicles and the penis together are called the genitals, the male external reproductive organs. As the body begins to develop and hair growth begins, the genitals grow larger. The penis becomes longer and thicker. The scrotum and testicles get larger and heavier. At this point in their development, boys may notice they're having more frequent erections. It's when the penis stiffens and enlarges. When you're just beginning to develop, erections can happen at any time. Maybe when you're thinking about a girl, or sometimes for no reason at all. You may feel self-conscious and think everyone notices, but chances are they don't. About this time, too, the testicles begin to manufacture sperm. Fluids from other parts of the reproductive system mix with the sperm to create semen. The body releases this semen from the penis through a process called ejaculation. Ejaculation happens sometimes during what's called wet dreams.
Now this is what I like to see. Straightening up your room without anyone having to tell you. You feeling okay?
I just thought I'd make my bed myself this week.
Seems I remember doing the same thing when I was your age. You find your sheets wet this morning? Is that why you're changing them?
Yeah, a couple times lately.
You're starting to have wet dreams. It's a part of growing up, just like the muscles you're developing.
Yeah, but why does it happen?
It's just that your body's starting to produce semen. And sometimes it doesn't get the amount right at first. So when there gets to be more than enough, it's just naturally released in your sleep. You might even have a sexual dream when it's happening.
You mean this happens to all guys?
Pretty much. Some more, some less. Some guys have more wet dreams when they're young. Some go on having them now and then. Just like everything else, everybody's different. Let's split up that wood.
Yeah, build up my biceps. Thanks, Dad.
Anytime, son.